Well, good morning. It is September 3rd, day 115 on the trail for me. And we were expecting fog overnight, but it didn't get up to us in the ridge. It's down there in the valleys, though. It looks like almost like lakes of fog between islands that are the peaks. I mean, that's just pretty neat. I'm going to zoom in a little more so you can see what I'm talking about. You can see the peaks and the ridge lines, and those white spaces are clouds. And basically it's just fog in the valleys. That's pretty neat. All right, so we've left our campsite, which was just on the ridge line, and we're hiking southbound again today. Our plan is about 13.4 miles, and that'll get us into Pearisburg. Doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult today. It's mostly downhill, one short uphill space, but it doesn't look too bad. Right now we're in this, I mean, this, it's not really a valley, but it's a meadow in a sense, and it used to be used for apple orchards or other plants, because check that out. All right, apple trees. There's been a bunch of them along the way, and not too bad. I'm gonna grab one here. I haven't tried. Oh, these are kind of small. Now I've got two in my pocket. We're gonna leave this one alone. But yeah, it was a nice night. It was cool. It was cold and windy this morning. It was probably down in the 50s, but with a wind chill probably in the 40s. It was a nice night. And it's supposed to be clear and cool today. So it should be nice hiking weather down into Pearisburg. And we can go from there. All right, well, as always, if I see anything interesting, I will grab a picture or some video. But for now, here's what the trail looks like. All right, we get a nice power line view. And down into Pearisburg. And another meadow here. And we've got some views to either side. We're down into Pearisburg. On one side. And then on the other side, lots of ridges. Another little town in there. Not sure what that is. Ridges out to the distance. Looks narrow. All right, so made the descent down. We're on a road here to Pearisburg. And I think that's where I'll be in a couple of days, up on that ridge. There's some sort of a factory over here. Yeah, so just a little bit more to go to a parking lot. All right, I'm on a bridge on a fairly busy highway, crossing the New River. Angel's Rest Hostel. This is our little cabin. The bunkhouse. Here's the bathhouse and laundry facilities. And there's sort of a common area and kitchenette in there. And the main office. There's that little. And then up to, I think that's where I'll be hiking in a couple days. Radio Inactive and I are gonna go hit the Mexican restaurant nearby. All right, so back at Angel's Rest. I forgot to take a picture of my dinner, but I got a chili verde and a couple of tacos and a beer. Not much else to say. We were watching A Walk in the Woods, which is by Bill Bryson, and it's an account of his trek through the Appalachian Trail, starring Robert Redford and Nick Nolte. I haven't read the book, but maybe I will when I get back. Otherwise, today is, wasn't too bad. It was about 13.7 miles, and tomorrow is going to be a town day. Got to do some resupply. We talked about maybe driving over to Blacksburg, because Radioactive drove up. Nope, come on, I'm back on. He drove up from Florida to Virginia just to meet up with me for the 5 days we were hiking. And so we're going to maybe drive into Blacksburg, check that out, have some breakfast, and maybe hit a brewery in town. And then got to do some resupply. Oh, it keeps on turning off. What's going on here? And it looks like I'm going to be able to stop at a newer hostel that's about 60-ish miles in. So I'm going to try and do that in 3 days. And then from there, do 2 days in to another hostel near Marion. And I think it's going to be a good one. I'm going to keep that one as a surprise because it's fun. So yeah, otherwise, not much else to say. So, as always, if you've stuck through to the end, I appreciate it. I'll see you again tomorrow on In Town.